Did he do it, right?
Yeah.
I know
He did it.
You've been heavy on social
No, he
media
did it.
talking about it.
He did it. And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before it actually.
Oh, you've been saying this for a long time now.
Busta Rhymes is reportedly furious right now, and word is he's out here threatening 50 Cent over some explosive footage that's about to surface in 50's upcoming Diddy documentary. The streets are buzzing, and it sounds like Busta's got a serious reason to panic. We already know that 50's been stacking receipts on Diddy for years, especially when it comes to those mysterious late-night VIP parties. But now, what's got Busta sweating is the rumor that actual footage exists, footage showing him right in the middle of all the action with Diddy, and that's just scratching the surface.
Documentary comes out called Quiet on Set.
I never had to work for Nickelodeon. I work for Disney. We don't do those things.
Oh man, not the exhale.
Well, shout out to Nick Cannon. I won't do his money like that. What I will do is I'll say that the owner of Nickelodeon is Jeffrey Epstein. The guy that they've been trying to follow. And okay, now look at the characteristics of everything they said, and then look at everything that he did. I'm not gonna do that to Nick's money though. That's my brother. Like, I'm not doing that to Tito.
Now,
a few months back, Busta's former bodyguard, Big Homie CC, stepped out with some bold claims. He said Busta's been into fun boys for a long time, and according to him, the club scene already knew the deal. Promoters, according to Big Homie, would allegedly line up young men to keep Busta entertained in the VIP section whenever he came through, like it was part of the regular setup. Now it's being said that 50 Cent might be holding the ultimate evidence. Word is, there's footage from one of those wild parties showing Busta and Diddy locked in a full-on freak-off, surrounded by several men reportedly hired by Diddy for the night's entertainment, and the situation's getting even messier. Multiple men are now stepping forward claiming Busta made inappropriate advances toward them. These guys allege that every time they ran into him, Busta was trying to pull them into those wild-style did-he parties. The claims are stacking up fast. With 50 Cent producing this documentary for Netflix, it's looking like Busta's alleged threats won't stop anything from coming out.
down.
Busta, I got to ask you, there has been so much going on in the music industry pertaining to Diddy. How closely are you paying attention to his case, the allegations?
I don't pay attention to none of it. I just kind of like to pay attention to the truth.
In fact, by reacting this way, he may have just guaranteed himself even more screen time in 50's project. So now the question is, what's really hiding behind Busta's panic? What kind of footage does 50 Cent really have? And why is it powerful enough to make Busta crash out like this? Let's break it all down and look deeper. With all the chaos and wild accusations now circling Busta Rhymes, you already know 50 Cent wasn't about to stay silent. Right before hitting the stage together at the Humor and Harmony Comedy Fest, 50 started throwing jabs, clowning Busta with a throwback post that had fans talking. 50 posted a photo of Busta rocking that infamous bright yellow outfit from the 1999 MTV VMAs and joked, "Busta cannot wear this to Humor and Harmony. I don't care who made the outfit, you gotta pull up with something fly to Shreveport. LOL. The post had social media lit with reactions. But Busta wasn't letting that slide. He clapped back with a slick AI-generated image of 50 Cent, dropping it with the caption, "I keep telling y'all, the blessings don't stop, so we ain't never gonna stop. I thought it was Father's Day, 50 Cent, and you out here looking like this? Don't let me find out this is how you be in the mirror getting ready for Shreveport."
I'm not gonna say it on here. They call them fun boys. They'll say we gotta have some fun boys in the section for Busta. Bro, Busta Rhymes wanted him in his section so bad. Like, what? Pulled him to the section, like through the rope, and tucked him off in the corner. So I'm looking like, well, he ain't come with us.
At first glance, it all seemed like light-hearted trolling between two legends. But now behind the scenes, things might be way more serious than fans thought. Sources are claiming 50 wasn't just joking, he was setting the stage. And word is he might actually be holding on to some real footage of Busta wilding out with Diddy. But before we dig into that footage rumor, we gotta rewind to the shocking allegations about what was allegedly happening in Busta's VIP sections. If you missed it, Busta's former bodyguard, Big Homie CC, sat down with The Art of Dialogue and dropped some serious heat. He called Busta a super zest monster, claiming that the rapper's behavior around young men had been suspicious for years. These claims, if proven true, could blow the lid off a whole different side of Busta's past. And that's exactly why this tension with 50 Cent feels way deeper than jokes. According to Big Homie CC, this whole situation with Busta Rhymes has been what insiders call an open secret in the industry, especially among club promoters. Allegedly, anytime Busta was booked for an event, the promoters already knew what time it was. They had to make sure his VIP section was loaded with the right kind of entertainment to keep things smooth.
We made love. We made love.
Who you made love with?
Bow Wow, Busta Rhymes.
You just told me you see Busta in the airport too. That motherfucker try to act like he didn't know you. You smashed Drake?
No, I never smashed.
Oh, you made love to Drake.
What's that name? Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard. Usher. Usher's a gusher. And
why you not naming them?
I'm telling you, bro. It's my dad's friends. My dad sent his baddest friends on me.
Who's your dad?
Lucifer.
Now,
Big Homie even shared a wild story about one of those nights, this time involving actor and model Don Benjamin and one of Don's close friends, a gay man. According to Big Homie, the second Busta laid eyes on the guy, it was go time. Busta allegedly wasted no time and snatched the man straight into his VIP section, and get this, he wouldn't let him leave. Big Homie claimed Busta stayed on him all night, making sure he was right by his side and keeping him close. He also said Busta was calling the man cute and keeping his full attention locked in the whole time. And this wasn't some rare situation either. Big Homie says this type of scene happened often. Promoters allegedly knew they had to round up a lineup of well-dressed, attractive men anytime Busta showed up. Once he focused on someone, it was game over. Now here's where things take an even wilder turn. According to Big Homie, this has been known in industry circles for over a decade. So why hasn't it come out until now? Big Homie gave a simple answer. Everyone wants to be in that VIP section with Busta. That access, the status, the perks, it keeps people quiet. But Big Homie wasn't done. He also brought up Busta's alleged past involving women, accusing him of having a troubling pattern of aggression, and he hinted that there might be something deeper going on. According to Big Homie, like many men living double lives, Busta might be carrying built-up resentment toward women that spills over in dangerous ways. These claims are serious, and if true, they paint a whole new picture of what's really been going on behind the velvet ropes.
These sensitive ass that just came out of this little, I don't know where they come from, but niggas be getting wild emotional. Niggas be turning into big super beasts. Just be trying to have fun.
If Busta ever try to front me, hit you with no delay, so what you saying, yo? Silly with that 9 milli, what the devil, yo? Yeah, I do hit better than him. He better not play with me. I will and perform Busta Rhymes show.
If you think this is just one former bodyguard stirring things up for attention, think again. A whole lineup of men has now come forward with stories of their own about Busta Rhymes, and the claims keep stacking up. Back in 2020, social media personality Trip Ali jumped on YouTube with a story that caught serious attention. He claimed Busta personally tried to pick him up while he was heading to a Halloween party in New York City. Trip said Busta approached him directly and invited him into his VIP section. At first he figured it was just regular club energy, nothing too crazy. But what happened next? Definitely not what he expected. things took a sharp left when Tripp and his friend got into a heated argument. His friend wasn't feeling the idea of going anywhere near Busta's party and made that crystal clear. The argument got so intense it turned into a full-blown fight. Tripp said he was so rattled by the whole scene that he scrapped his entire plan for the night. To make things worse, his friend ended up leaving him stranded alone in the middle of New York City. But in hindsight, Tripp called it a blessing in disguise, because based on what's been coming out lately, there's no telling what kind of situation he might have walked into if he had ended up in Busta's VIP that night.
Going anywhere.
So, I hear somebody say, oh, he's cute, I want him. So when I heard that, I turned around like, man, did he just say that? Man, you got all this jewelry to attract some men in here? You wild. Shocked me. But sure enough.
And that was the guy that Busta Rhymes pulled back?
Pulled him into the section. Pulled him into the section, and then they walled him off like this man. I'm like, damn. And that little dude was so happy, he couldn't believe that. He was shocked.
Now here's what.
Fast forward to 2021, and the streets started buzzing again. Word spread that Busta was back outside, allegedly approaching men at parties and causing more whispers in industry circles. And to stir the pot even more, paparazzi reportedly caught him leaving a Pride event with a trans woman, which sent social media into a frenzy. And just when it couldn't get messier, Orlando Brown came through and had the internet in complete chaos once again. He claimed he had intimate encounters with several industry men, sending fans into a tailspin and raising even more eyebrows about what really goes on behind the scenes in the entertainment world. Now look, most people don't take Orlando Brown too seriously when he starts going off with wild rants. But if you really listen to some of his more recent interviews, where he sounds way more clear-headed, you might catch on that he's actually saying some things that line up with what others have hinted at quietly for years. Now, the idea of Busta possibly living on the DL is one thing, but what really needs to be addressed is how, much like Diddy, Busta has a history of putting hands on people over the pettiest things. His legal drama didn't just start yesterday, it goes way back. Back in 2006, prosecutors tried to hit him with a weapons charge after a run-in with a random passerby. According to Billboard, Busta allegedly had a machete stashed in his car. Then in 2007, things got worse. Busta was arrested again, this time for allegedly roughing up his former driver during a money dispute.
I'm walking through the crowd and somebody grabs my hand. Just softly put their hand in my hand and just holding it. So I look, and I see this big chain that said flip mode. I look up and it's Busta Rhymes.
He ended up pleading guilty to both charges and got 3 years of probation, but that didn't stop the chaos from following him around. In 2009, the New York Post dropped another bombshell. Busta reportedly had to cough up $75,000 to a fan who claimed he got assaulted at one of Busta's shows. According to the fan, all he did was try to leave the concert early. He said he showed up hoping to see Fabulous perform, but when Fab didn't come out, he stood up to exit while Busta was finishing his set. That's when things allegedly got out of control. Busta reportedly snapped, yelling, "Get down! I'm not good enough for you!" Then he supposedly hurled 2 water bottles at the guy and had his bodyguard punch him in the face. That incident painted a picture of a short fuse, and it's one that's followed Busta ever since. Given all that, it's no surprise that Busta's been tight with Diddy since way back in the 90s. But besides their shared temper issues, the streets have been whispering that these two may have something else in common, a taste for much younger men. And let's be real, Busta's reaction to the allegations against Diddy raised a few eyebrows. When the accusations first started flooding in, Busta was quick to jump out and tell fans to hold off on forming opinions. That response right there, it's got people questioning how deep his connection to Diddy's situation really runs.
How long has it been like this known about Busta Rhymes?
Well, I knew about this like in 2012. I knew about this in 2012.
How come you think nobody else speaks up on it or says anything?
Because, bro, these people admire these people so much. they want to make sure they in the section, they at the club, they at the video shoot, they can get backstage. That matters most to them. That matters so much to people. It's crazy, like. But if you notice, like, there's countless videos of Busta Rhymes getting mad at females for just being girls. This girl touched him one time, he go crazy, throw a drink on her and everything. See what I'm saying? Like, what? Why you getting mad at females? You go to these guys, they in the club, go to their section. It's all men in the section. That ain't weird to nobody. I'm going to the bar, sorry. Text me if it get dangerous. But there's all this club security in here, like nothing's finna happen. Nobody wanna you guys, bro. Like, when I get jobs from people who really got a threat on their life, I move way different. But man, you ask, bro, anybody that's in the mix, bro, like you know, bro, most of these dudes, bro, putting on a major act. They don't wanna be themselves.
It's crazy.
They'll get mad at you for buying bottles of champagne to get a girl. They'll get mad, oh, we don't want these bottle rats in our section. What are we here for? Why are y'all here then? What are y'all here for? Just because y'all got booked to be here, okay, but sometimes they not booked. They just in there. So, and what they looking for, it ain't gonna be what you thinking of, oh God, scene.
Now ask yourself, why would someone even feel the need to speak up and tell fans to mind their business unless they were low-key trying to defend somebody? Especially when we're dealing with heavy allegations like DVSA and multiple alleged victims, some of whom are reported to be young. Making that kind of statement doesn't just sound off, it makes you look real suspicious. Fast forward to today, and the Diddy scandal has completely blown up. Federal raids, multiple lawsuits, and now an official indictment. And suddenly, Busta Rhymes is out here moving like he barely even knows the guy. Now he's dodging questions, staying quiet and playing clueless, like there's no history between them at all. But let's keep it real. Busta might be trying to lay low now, but he won't be able to duck this heat forever. The word on the street is that 50 Cent's upcoming documentary on Diddy is about to start naming names, and Busta's is one of them. And if there's one thing about 50 Cent, it's this: he never forgets. He's one of the very few rappers who always kept his distance from Diddy. While everyone else was popping bottles at those wild VIP parties, 50 was staying 10 steps ahead because he saw early on that something wasn't right behind the scenes. But here's the part people overlook. 50 might not have been in the mix, but he's been watching everything. For years, he's been keeping receipts, taking mental notes, and paying attention to exactly who was saying yes to those exclusive Diddy invites. And now, the time has finally come for 50 to let the truth out. Sources close to the production are saying this documentary isn't just going to shake things up. It's about to be the industry's worst nightmare. No one is safe. Names are going to be named. And if the rumors are true, this could be the biggest expose hip-hop has ever seen. The streets have been buzzing for years with whispers about certain rappers who allegedly had private encounters with Diddy. And according to insiders, Busta Rhymes is definitely a name that keeps coming up on that list. While we still don't have an official release date for 50 Cent's documentary, here's what we do know. It's being produced under G-Unit Films and Television Inc. and is locked in for a Netflix release. Even more reason to pay attention? It's being directed by Alex Stapleton, an Emmy-winning filmmaker and executive producer known for sharp, hard-hitting documentaries. That means this project is bringing top-tier storytelling, high production value, and absolutely no sugarcoating. Now here's where things take a turn. Sources say Busta already knows what's about to drop. Word is he's been working behind the scenes trying to make calls, pull favors, and even allegedly warning 50 to leave his name out of the final cut. But come on now. Anyone who knows 50 Cent knows that threats or pressure only fuel him more. If anything, Busta's warning probably made 50 double down. And let's be real, once 50 sets his mind on exposing something, it's locked in. He's always been the kind of person who thrives on proving his point, especially when someone tries to silence him. So now the question is, what exactly is Busta so nervous about? If there's nothing going on, why not let it roll and keep it pushing? Is his name just getting caught in the crossfire? Or is there something more under the surface? Let us know what you think. Is Busta really tied up in Diddy's situation, or is he just getting dragged into it by association? And is 50 Cent's upcoming documentary about to flip the entire industry upside down? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you haven't already, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss what's coming next.